All right, greetings, nail peoples. It is Nails Over Coffee time. I am trying to figure out why I cannot get the angle right on this thing. So this is the first time I'm going to be able to use the new feature on StreamYard, which is landscape mode. So that's kind of exciting. Okay, so here we are. Okay. So I am, however, blocking the way of my new sign, Nails Over Coffee, see there? And I have one for my other podcast too, so that's kind of fun that I'm working on. So today's cup is my little retro mini diner cup. So that's fun. Coffee courtesy of my friend Sarah, who came over to today. It's brought me coffee because coffee. So just a quick update. I was planning on doing my next show on, by request, a suggestion on the widespread increase of consumer allergies to nail products as a result of uncured UV product. And so I put out a couple of requests that I haven't been able to really nail down yet for some guests I would like to have on. I would really like to see if, well, first I reached out to Doug Schoon and asked him if he would have any comments other than his publicly posted articles on the topic. And I hadn't heard back from him, but I didn't actually send an email through Schoon Scientific. So I think I'm going to send an email to Doug through Schoon Scientific and see if he would be interested in doing a quick little guest spot to be able to talk about what he knows about it. Kind of maybe what the latest type stuff is that's in the works. And there's a whole bunch of articles on it. And amazingly enough, they're, you know, a couple years old, which makes me kind of go, why is this not an issue that's being taken seriously? And as you guys know, I'm working on doing courses for a brand of that I'm calling the DIY Nail Coach, and it's going to be consumer-based courses on safely and effectively doing services at home. We talked about that in an episode a while back, and so it's definitely something that's needed. I think that we've all been able to agree that we would have wanted to. It's like we wish we were a bigger industry, just the nail people, you know. I mean, the beauty industry has lots of associations, but we don't really have any big like powerhouse nail associations. And because we are pretty fractured, kind of sucks, but it would be nice to have, you know, we don't get to just do like PSAs on TV about don't use this on your nails, or if you do, you got to use it properly or whatever. So my goal would be that everybody has a relationship with a nail tech, and that they periodically go in and get professional services done. And then this is more of a, so if you're going to do your nail services at home, here's the right and safe and best way to do them. But that being said, there is a lot of literature out on the topic of the allergies that are becoming pretty dominant in the nail industry. Not even nail industry, just kind of in the beauty industry, beauty consumers in general. We're seeing a lot more clients coming into our salon that we can't use certain products on because they have overexposure sensitivity. And we know that HEMA plays a role. So a lot of companies are coming out with HEMA-free systems, which is a whole nother topic altogether, which is great, but there hasn't been HEMA-free systems make their way to the consumer world yet. And that's just one chemical, right? So we can make heme-free systems, but if we don't stop the behavior, it won't be long before another chemical that's in it is causing the same type of sensitivity. It's just going to keep snowballing. And in order of preservation for our industry and our livelihood, like we kind of need to get people to stop improperly using this stuff at home, because then they can't go into a salon and get a service done because now they have an allergy. So there's a lot of literature out there. I've read through some scientific literature. Doug has a lot of stuff on his website, which is schoonscientific.com. And so I would like to get Doug on here. There's been a conversation that I've had where I know that Nail Candy Kate has done a podcast with her compadre about this topic. And so I'd like to get Kate on here. So all of the guest stuff requires a little bit of scheduling, and I'm already kind of having some scheduling up in the air issues right now anyway. I happen to be off from my day job, formal job, I don't know, whatever, today. And so I was able to do this at the normal day and time, but I'm going to have to pick another day and time. And so I have a poll up on my personal Facebook page about, well, first of all, how many people really even care about the time slot? Because most of the time you're watching on replay. And if that's the case, does it even matter if I'm doing it live or if I'm just recording it as a video podcast and posting it? Because if that would be a better format for everyone, then I might just go to doing a video podcast for this, and then doing periodic lives, like live events, when we can all interact. So for one, if in the comment section below on whatever platform you're watching this on, to hi to everybody who's on replay, because if you're watching this now, you're probably watching on replay, because I can see that I don't have many people here. So if you're watching it on replay, thank you. And if you could comment down below on whether you prefer a live stream option, or if it doesn't really matter what time slot it's in because you always watch it on replay anyway. It doesn't matter if it's a live because you always watch it on replay anyway. I have some advantages to doing it as a video podcast, not a live broadcast, because I can do it anytime. So if I have guests, I can have them on to record their segment, and it doesn't have to be at the same time as I'm having somebody else to record their segment. Like I don't have to line it all up. I can patch it together. So there's some advantages to that. I can do some editing and things that I can't do live. Is one of those, okay, we're doing it live, right? Like that's just, so I have some advantages if I do it as a video podcast that I don't have with a live. I do like the engagement part of doing it live. So I would still periodically want to do lives. So I would really like it if you would comment below. Do you care if it's live or not? Do you care what time it is or not? Because you always watch it on replay, or would you prefer for it to be at a time where you could, where you have the option of watching live? And if that's the case, what days and times work better for you? I've always kind of done it on a Monday when it's been weekly, because traditionally salons are closed on Sundays and Mondays. Like that's traditional salons, but we don't really have a whole lot of traditional anymore. People work different days, people work different times. Our society kind of, it's like whole bankers hours. Bankers hours don't really exist anymore. So I don't know if it's better on any particular day or not? Or would it be, I've always tried to keep it earlier on in the day. So my peeps in the UK and in Europe can watch in their evening time because they're usually 8 to 10 hours ahead of me. So if I do it at noon or 1, then they're watching it at, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And so trying to get it so people can still watch it on the same day. The only people that are watching it the next morning live are people in Australia. So, in New Zealand. So I'm trying to figure out what would work best. But I also, like I said, don't want to totally miss the engagement piece either because I like the engagement piece. So maybe there's a happy medium with I do video recording of the podcast where I can edit it and piece it all together and release it, say on, Friday afternoons sometime. So that it's available for everybody to watch over the weekend. And then we can do live events for when there's something that we would want to do, like a town hall type discussion about. Something big happens. We can do hey, this is a thing. And so Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific, there'll be a live, So anyway, I also want to give a shout out. I'm working on the University of Nails platform, but I want to give a shout out to Lauren Wireman with Wildflowers Nail Academy. Lauren has launched a subscription-based, but you can also buy the courses a la carte education program. It's got business stuff. It's got nail art stuff. It's got, it's just, she's got a lot in there. I think she's launched with like 60 videos. And Lauren does great for teaching. I haven't reviewed any of the content. I haven't joined. I don't know what she's got going on. But I do know Lauren, and I have watched a lot of Lauren's education stuff, and she's got the kind of resources and tech savvy and stuff going on to be able to put something together like that quickly. I'm a one-man show, so it takes a minute for me to get anything done. So Lauren's launched. And so if you are looking for some business information, I want to restate always my recommendation for this uglybeautybusiness.com, the micro salon owners toolkit. In it, it has a pricing section that will help you determine your costs and how to price your services so that you're turning the profit that you want in a numbers format. My teaching always does it as more of a strategy level. And Tina's contribution is she's the numbers girl. So she's got more of a formal type way to do it. And then if you're looking for some more business, nail art, just kind of all the things of being a nail tech, please go check out Lauren's new release. You can go to I believe it's wildflowersacademy.com. If not, you can just search Wildflowers Nail Academy, and the link will come up. There's a different company for wildflowers.com. So I know it's wildflowerssomething.com. So you can always Google it. But go to Lauren's page from her website. It links through to her new online course offering. Like I said, you can buy the courses a la carte, or you can do a monthly subscription and have access to the entire library. And like I said, I know that Lauren has great stuff. So I would recommend checking out whatever Lauren's got going on over there. I hope to get a chance to check it out myself soon, but my plate's a little too full as it is right now. So trying to pick a new time and trying to pick the format and trying to figure out exactly how to manage all of this. So because I took on this other job, kind of out of necessity and opportunity presented itself. So I have kind of had to slow down my time frame for when I was going to get all my stuff launched. So the video that I had about when I was launching everything, we're kind of in a holding pattern on that while I finish. I've got a lot of raw video I need to edit and get it up. So because there's so many things. I mean, University of Nails and my bigcrazydog.life.com. I got to get that going. I got to get Emmy's almost 400 videos up onto YouTube and get all of her socials linked and the website and a whole thing, the affiliate marketing links and blah, 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 blah. So, needless to say, I have a lot going on, and now I've piled a 40-hour-a-week job on top of it. So, yeah. Oh, and I have a torn rotator cuff. So I have rotator cuff surgery. So I have a broken wing. So I got to figure out how that's going to work, because I won't be able to do anything after I have that surgery done. And I'm trying to put it off until August because I have a thing I want to do in August. So, okay. So, hi, Shanna. So I was working and having fun last week with a whole snow week, right? The entire rest of the country just got like beat to shit. Like here in the Northwest, we were just ridiculously cold. Like we don't live here where we live up in the Pacific Northwest for these like freezing temperatures. Y'all in the Midwest and the Northeast can keep that shit. Here, we like being by the ocean with our nice, moderate, like rarely gets below freezing, maybe just a little bit. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany, I'm glad you're here because I was just talking about Lauren's new offering, and I'm wondering if you had a chance to check it out. So hold on to that for just a second. But yeah, so here in the Northwest, like if it gets down below freezing, we're like dying. And it was below like 25 for like a week, and screw that. I was about ready to say, I don't even care about selling everything, get in the car and driving until the temperature was above 80. And that's just where I live now. Yeah, Tiffany, I'm just north of you. I'm just up in Washington, up in the Puget Sound area in Tacoma. Oh, you have some races in Washington coming up. Nice, nice. Yeah, Shannon, you're in Nashville. That can be just, that's almost Midwest, that near the Smokies and stuff, which is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but y'all can keep that weather. So Tiffany, no, you haven't seen it either, huh? Yeah, I saw that. And Port Angeles, nice. I like Port Angeles. It's pretty up there. If you get a chance, go up to Hurricane Ridge. It's really nice. Great view of the Olympics, especially if you get a blue sky day. So yeah, Tiffany, yeah, Lauren has released a, online course, subscription and a la carte. And I think she opened it with like 60 different courses, business and nail art and application, I mean, all kinds of stuff. And so I'm kind of interested to check it out, but I know what a good educator Lauren is. And so I can't imagine it's bad. I don't think I've ever seen Lauren do anything bad, live or recorded or in person. You know, she's just, she's a very inspirational teacher. So, hopefully, people will go check that out. And I'd like to get a chance to check it out, but I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody yet who's subscribed either. So, Shanna says, I only get snow once a year and it only hangs around for 2 days. I've never seen it last to a week until this year. Really? I thought Nashville was kind of a higher, like elevation stuff than that. Interesting. Because I've driven through Nashville, and I believe that when I was driving through Nashville, in, God, I think it was like a March. I'm pretty sure that we had some flaking going on. So maybe I just kind of luck of the draw. And I was coming from St. Louis, so I was already used to shitty weather. Tiffany, I'm sure it's amazing. Yeah, lots to learn always. Yeah, Lauren's just such a great teacher. And so, you know, and that's the thing, is that remembering that we're not competitors, you know. There's something for everybody. Like I can have a education platform, the University of Nails, where I'm teaching my things my way. And Lauren and I can even be teaching the same things, but we're going to teach them 2 different ways. We could even be giving the same information, but because we deliver it differently, it resonates with some people and not with others. So there's no reason to be competing. It's all the better, you know, it's all of us. So that's why I happily refer things to, Tina's resources on thisuglybeautybusiness.com. I refer things to, to Lauren at Wildflowers. I've found some great resources that are free on YouTube by people who are actually professionals and get it. So I try not to refer people to things that aren't meant for professionals. But, so yeah, Tiffany says she agrees. So I'm still hoping. I've talked to Kristen with the Willamette Valley Nail event, now the one nail expo in Portland, always happens in May, about having a booth if I could get my stuff launched by then. If not, I'm going to try and at least go and be able to do some broadcasting live from the show with some of my nail peeps. It's always nice to get to see my nail peeps. Trying to maybe get to premiere in Orlando in June. It's all going to depend if I can get my stuff launched by then. And what's going on with my shoulder thing and stuff. So anyway, there's a lot going on. It's my normal life that who knows what the hell I have going on at any given time. But I've just learned to accept it, like embrace the chaos that I create for myself. So anyway, so I'm glad for those of you who popped in here today to see me live. Everybody who is watching on replay, yeah, Tiffany, you and I, same, except for you way more successfully navigate yours than I do mine. Like, I watch, and you manage yours way better than I manage mine. Mine is who knows, shit show from one time to another. Too many irons in the fire, and ADHD. So yeah, so anybody watching on replay, well, and if you're watching now, you can certainly type in the chat. Tiffany says, no, not true. So those of you who are watching, you can certainly type in the chat. Anybody watching on replay, you can put in the comments. Just to reiterate one more time, please let me know whether you care if it's a video podcast or if it's normally live if it's live or if it's a video podcast with some live events. If you have a preference, if you normally watch on replay, so you don't really care that it's a video podcast, then that's fine too. If you do want to watch it live, what kind of times in your life are you more likely to be able to watch it? Would you prefer it be a Sunday or a Monday? Would you prefer it be later on in the evening? If you could tell me your time zone or where you're located at, that would be helpful to me as well. I do get stats on viewership on these, but because I am simulcasting on a couple different platforms, it takes some time to kind of go in and integrate all that information, and it would just be easier for me if you just said UK or Eastern US or, New Zealand or whatever. Would just be helpful for me. So, yeah, Shannon, you're in the central time zone. God, see, and maybe I don't know shit about Nashville because in my mind, Nashville was Eastern time zone. It's close to there though, right? Like the break between Central and Eastern is like right near there. Because I really thought it was Eastern. And I have a friend who lives closer to Knoxville, and I know she's Eastern. Because I forget how far west Nashville is. Maybe I ought to look at a map a little more often, huh? I used to be this like geography buff. Tiffany says, I like podcasts so I can listen while I drive, right? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice too. And Shannon says, my life is chaos with a teen, toddler, and husband, right? At least I don't have the kids at home anymore. I do have 2 dogs though, so they can be like kids. Knoxville is Eastern time zone. Oh, and Nashville's Middle Tennessee. Huh. I guess that's where I remember driving between the two, that was where I crossed over the time zone change. Okay, well, anywho, so like put my glasses down so it stops being all wonky with my eyeballs, because these are my nail glasses, not my glasses. Those are downstairs somewhere and I didn't want to go get them. This is what I look like when I do nails. My fun little polka dot readers. Okay, so yes, anybody, thank you for tuning in. Please comment below. Please like, subscribe, do all the things. Share. It helps grow our nail tech community. I'm going to reach back out to Doug, see if I can get him lined up for something, if he would like to speak on the topic of consumers developing allergies because of the products. And I'm going to gather up some of these articles and studies so I can see. And I'm going to try and go back and see when the oldest one I found when I just did a quick little search was like 2018 or something like that. And I'm like, okay, if we've been dealing with this for 5 years now, why has there been no action to figure out something? I don't know. So I'm going to figure it out. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Cheers as usual. Do all the things. Yeah, Shanna says, I totally love to hear what Doug has to say. Maybe all you guys can pop on over to Doug Schoon's Facebook page and, send him a message that says, hey, Michelle Pugh's trying to get a hold of you. And we want you on Nails Over Coffee. And Tiffany said, it was nice to see me today. Have an amazing rest of my day. Thank you, Tiffany. Have a great rest of your day, too. And I have to order some stamping plates, so I'll be on your website soon. You'll be boxing up something for me soon. All right. I will catch you all later. Like, share, do all the things, and please comment and let me know about your preferences, and I will read them all as they come in. All right. Ciao. Bye. Let me try and get this thing to end. I'm in a new setup, so I don't know how to work it. This is like bonus footage that would be on a blooper reel. Oh, I turned off my camera. Okay. Okay, bye.